I love that Andy has made it over here. He's an exceptional talent. You can expect some big things from him. I think he's over with Ennis, Coach Ennis now. So that's a hell of a combination right there. Coach Ennis has been, not only just a friend and a peer, but also a mentor to me as well. Through this things. I think we got to the money part before Jerron did, but by no stretch, we've been working side by side, hand in hand, coming out of them amateurs. So he picked a hell of a coach.
You've got experience with him in the amateurs, with Cruz?
No, with Enos. With Enos, side by side, coaching, because Boots was always a weight or two up ahead of Dev. So gotcha. at the end of the tournaments, I should say, it was always Enos, Haney, and Stevenson.
Now, by a lot of people's estimation, one of the biggest fights that could be made in boxing would be Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis with his now star power, and you have your son with all the titles and riding a wave. What are the prospects of us getting a showdown between Tank and Dev?
Oh, well, as soon as he gets out of his situation and overcomes that, I wish him well. And, you know what I mean, him and his family and all that, because you don't never want to see anyone going through that, So, let's just see. Give him the amount of time that he needs to get through his thing, and let's get back to talking about it.
Can I ask you about that trip to Mexico that you alluded to just now? Did you make the decision? He was obviously a teenager at the time. Mm-hmm. Did you talk to him about it or say, come on, son, I'm taking you down there?
Well, no, actually, we had a guy by the name of Repo Rick, who's an infamous matchmaker promoter that gets a lot of young fighters gives a lot of young fighters a start. I met him, and he was always around the TNT gym, and we would talk about it. We were thinking about starting Devin at 16, just because he had won everything in the 18.
If you're good enough, you're old enough.
You're old enough, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we just ultimately made a decision as a family, Devin being the head, even at such a young age, to go over, and it was one of the best things that we made, best decisions we made in our lives.
Smoky rooms, glass on the floor, was it that kind of atmosphere?
Oh, absolutely. And listen, and
the making of him, you're saying, it was the making of him.
Yeah, and actually, they're professional booers in Mexico. Like, they love to boo you. You know what I mean? They just they're professional at it. It's, SO. I've heard that so much, you know what I'm saying? That I even tell Devin SO, right? But that breeding ground, man, I would recommend that to anyone.
But if you were going into the lines, then you got to come to the UK as well.
Oh, listen, we're coming. No, listen, we're coming, and that was
we're doing stadium fights at the moment. You've seen it.
Well, that was initially what we had partnered up with Eddie for, was to bring international exposure, especially being in the UK. Unfortunately, we didn't have a fight over there, but we did go over there, and the reception was wonderful, and I'm sure it will be even more now. So that's a place that we look to go to. The UK. Also, we'd like to go to Saudi Arabia, and of course,
I was just about to ask you about that, because Usyk obviously recently signed a co-promotional deal with Skill Challenge, the Saudi promoter. Is there a possibility that we'll see Devin literally not just in this Mecca here in New York, but in the actual Mecca of Saudi, the Holy Land?
Oh, well, you got Skills Challenge. They're right in the middle of it. You know what I mean? They're right in the middle of helping push boxing forward, because anytime you have a new participant that comes in and bringing some new blood and some new ideas, it makes the older ones that are lazy, that's been getting fat, to step their game up, so to speak.
You were there at Fury and Jake Paul, weren't you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And Skills Challenge did a hell of a show that night. So to have them as a new player in the game means a lot for us as being free agents.
Bill, can I just ask?
Thank you, sir.
Devin's achieved such a lot in his career, obviously undisputed at such an early age. In the next 5 to 10 years' time, what do you think we can expect him to have achieved?
Well, that's against my religion. I'm a Muslim, so I don't predict the future. But I definitely say that we're in a great place, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.